Hello and welcome back to episode 9, season 2 of Rise of the Villans. The eagle-eyed people watching may see that I've got a different Villa shirt on for this episode. In the vein of the save, I treated myself to this season's away kit, it's currently on sale. I will keep it a bit of a secret for now who I've got on the back of it. Remember, I'm an avid collector, so I like to get shirts with players on the back. Ones you've seen, the Claret home kit has got Scott Hogan on the back from when they were in the Championship, and the black one with a pinkish pinstripe has got John McGinn on the back. But I'll leave it to, I don't know, leave it a bit of a mystery who's on the back of this one. But anyway, let's dive straight back in on Valentine's Day in game. Game against Brentford, who are 19th and we're second. So it's certainly a game I'd be looking to win. I am going to make some changes though, because I have got some tired players. Well, Bailey can come back in. He's been alright for me off the bench. I'm going to put Tyrone Mings at left back. I'm going to rest Matty Cash. Konza, but that means who goes centrally? It means Tapia can play centrally. Who's slightly concerned and wants to leave the club at the minute, so I'm happy to give him every minute I can. Ramsey can make the bench. Wendy's not fit enough, which means Sanson can make the bench. Cash can come for Diaz. Chambers and Nakamba. Give Chambers the bench. Nakamba's just going to miss out again. It's a shame. I really would prefer to have Diaz out on loan, but it's just not. No one would take him in January, so I've had no choice but to kind of give him minutes here and there. I've got quite a large squad now, really, but I am certainly looking to trim the fat in the summer transfer window. But obviously, we need to see how we finish to kind of see what kind of budget they give us to play with. I was pleasantly surprised to receive 50 million in the summer last time, and that allowed me to get a lot of deals done that otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do. So I was quite glad for that, especially because they'd already given me another 10 or so in January, which allowed me to get Vitinha over the line, who's been a very good signing for us. On paper, I'd say the worst signing we've made is Marcus Edwards, but even he's starting to come good at some point recently. Everyone else seems to have contributed a fair bit for the money paid. I mean, Forsby was probably the most expensive, but he's been fairly solid for me. He's on the verge of the assist record already. McGinn got, I think, 11 last season. He's already on 10, and we've got 2 months or so to fit play yet. So we're in good shape. Onana obviously came in on a free. Macau was about 15. He's provided me a solid option. Centre back. Cavietti was about 15. He's done alright when required. Some of them are on the older kind of spectrum for the players I would look for though, so I already would have one eye on future replacements. But as I've stressed many times, my priority this summer hopefully is full-backs and maybe another striker. But we will see, because Ings has already rejected twice to leave now. Rejected Arsenal and West Ham. So he seems like he wants to stick around. But all that waffling, we've took the lead from one of the men mentioned, Cavietti. So he's put us in the lead. Forsby looks like he picked a bit of a kick. That means he may get subbed, but we'll see. We'll let it run till half time unless prompted. Ranganga, that's tackled well, to be fair. Interesting that Vestergaard has ended up at Brentford. It's kind of one of them signings that makes sense on paper. I know they'd signed Eduard from basically the price Palace paid, because Palace went down. I remember looking, and I think Eze went to Fulham for a strange part exchange with Sylvester Jasper, who was on loan in Hibernian in real life. Vitinha scores again. That might be offside. No, doesn't seem to want to put the flag. I'm happy with that. 16 for the season for him. That's certainly a good bit of investment at 17 million, because he was already worth more than that when I bought him. So He's certainly proved to be a useful signing for us for the money. Which is a shame, really, because I've got Danny Ings on 100 grand a week and he's not performing compared to Vitinha. Vitinha scores again. I mean, I've possibly been unfair though. Danny Ings has, when he's come in, he has done somewhat of a job for us, but I'm very much, if someone's being paid too much for the role they're playing, I look to shift them on. I very much like people in the bracket. For example, Vitinha's on about 55, but if he came to me and wanted 80, he's justified that to me. Whereas Ings hasn't justified being on 100 grand to me. But that's just the way I look at it anyway. Like, everyone's different. Some people aren't really bothered about the bottom line and wages and things like that. Well, we're 4-0 up in this first half in a bit of a whirlwind. Everyone at the front four's having a cracking game. Bailey scored. He got 2 assists from Kavici and a goal. Vitinha's got a brace. Everyone's really settling into this game nicely, and it's looking like another 3 points for us, which is good. See how the second half goes. David Ray with a big boot. He was someone I'd considered bringing in if I couldn't get my first target, which was Onana. Thankfully I managed to. Leon Bailey, Konza, Forsby. That's it. I was going to take Forsby off, wasn't I? Give John McGinn some minutes. And a deeper role. Just because there's just no point in risking him running into an injury at this stage. 4-0 up. Vitinha for the hat trick. Sneaks in. Lovely stuff. So yeah, we were talking about the man and he's delivered, and because of that delivery, I am now going to give Watkins about half an hour up front. See how he goes. Yeah, I had 4 then. Yeah, so we'll bring Watkins on. Give the standing of it. Kavici's had an awesome game as well. We'll give Ramsey some minutes. Yeah, 3 assists and a goal from Kavici. That's some goal in that. To get a 10.0 when somebody else got a hat trick. You don't see that often. But yeah, we'll just... Oh, I can't make another sub because I've made the... yeah, sorry. I'm very excited then. Konza's picked up a bit of a knock, which is not the end of the world because I've got depth at centre back. Technically, I'm playing 4 centre backs in this game, but it's worked. So I can certainly do with him having a rest next game and Matty Cash coming back in with Fulham next. Yeah, what an interesting point of debate. He was the man that's coming to replace Coutinho on a fraction of the wages. I paid 15 mil for him rather than the release that I've had to pay on Coutinho, and he's worth double that already, even as a 27-year-old. So I feel justified in that decision. Coutinho's got his goal bonus. Can't fault him. Let's just look. 17 in 23 after 5 in 16 last season. And a thing to note, only one of those is a penalty. So 16 non-penalty goals in 23 games. I can't knock him. He's been a very good bit of business for me. One of my favourite players in this save, if I'm honest. Seb Reeven's doing alright. Ha! Just got Thomas Frank sacked. Shouldn't laugh, I don't like seeing people sacked, but I was bemused to see him on the manager of the year shortlist in real life earlier this afternoon. I'm not really one on his fan board or one of his fan club. I do think that Brentford could do better at this point, but Christian Eriksen's come in and they've just looked at a different team. How much you attribute that to Thomas Frank is, I'll leave it with you to decide, but for me, anyway, maybe I'm being unfair. Move on to the Fulham game. Yeah, he's 6 goals, 6 assists. He's okay from that position. On to Fulham, let's see how we do here. I'd say a big game for Fulham. So I'll look at our schedule, shall we? So we've got the FA Cup 5th round against City, a Carabao Cup final, and we'll just see how we go this episode because again, April is a massive episode that's It's very much going to be split into two. There's no way I'm doing 6 or 7 games being an hour long. So we'll just keep plowing. We'll get both the cup games in and we'll take it from there. Yeah, he's flying. He is. I signed him for 1.4 million because I'd had him on the shortlist for a while, not expecting much from him, and he's come in and he's almost ready to overtake my midfielders, which is a pleasant surprise. Right, so let's go back to the strongest. Cons is happy to play. I'd take the money on target if it came. Yeah, that's all fair enough to me. I've got to put Diaz on the bench though. His recent form warrants it, which is unfair really to Luiz. But Luiz has not played well in the game Diaz come in. Maybe it is time to cash in on Douglas Luiz in the summer. He's not ever seemed to consistently hit it off for me in either season, but he has really been replaced in centre mid by my signings who have just hit it off well. Maybe I'm being unfair to him. Maybe I should have stuck with him, but that's football. It's like John McGinn. Like, he's not even making the 11 because I'm playing 2 centre mids. Maybe he's someone I should look to cash in on. If the offer came, I would certainly consider it. But anyway, let's see how we get on against Fulham. Eze, who I was recently talking about, Wilson, Chalobah. Fulham look up for this, matching me so far. Pellegrini, Ridvan. Oh, only stuck one in at back post. Another book Brandy, no, could do better there, Brandy. Target Nixon, Vitinia, Kavichi Cash, Vitinia, that's going to be offside, I feel. It's going to be offside in my opinion. Oh, I'm getting these wrong all the time. Whenever I think someone looks offside, the goal's awarded. I'm not complaining, but it's going to come back to bite me sooner or later. Konza, Buendia, Cash again, Vitinia again. He just has these spells where he just gets braces and hat-tricks back to back and then does nothing for about 5 games. But he fully justifies his starting position. Some boy, as the expression goes. Buendia's now in on it. He was someone who was a bit out in the cold at the start of the season and I thought I was being a bit harsh to him, so I've kind of brought him back in. But it's at Leon Bailey's expense, who's not done a lot wrong again. It's tricky balancing it this season. I'd be tempted to cash in on one of my options centrally in the summer. Onana had a rough start, but he's come very strong for me. I think he's in with a shout on clean sheets as well this season. He's done really well for me for a free transfer as well. I mean, I'm paying him 60 grand a week, which is a little steeper than I would have liked, but you've got to expect that when you're not paying a transfer fee for the player. Again, though, didn't I? Harry Wilson. And again, just like that, without even noticing, we're 3-0 up. Just steamrolling teams. It's absolutely incredible. Give Diaz some minutes. For some reason, I'm thinking Macau's a bit suspect. And I'm thinking target the same, but I don't think I've got a left back. So it's Mings for bring him on. After target got sent. Oh my, that's a shocker. I'm going to say I thought he'd be offside. To be on Hannah's credit, he saved it again anyway. Forsby's now on a card, but we can live with that. We can live with that. Edwards, oh, that's unfortunate. A lot of space then if he was able to bring it down. He wasn't on this occasion. Eze, Anguissa. Oh, Fulham nick in. Moffey, Kareem Moffey. To be fair, that Rodaz played well for him. He's deserved that assist. A quick look at this chat. Apart from Lorient. Interesting. Has reasonable form over in France, but he's not featured much over here. But anyway, no clean sheet, but another good win by the looks of things. Ming's just toying with Forsby getting in on it now. Buendia. Nah, he's struggled with his dead balls this game, to be fair. I think he's failed to beat the man twice now on set pieces I've seen him take. But yeah, another good job done. And we're on to our cups again. Just keeping up the pressure on Liverpool at the top, which is not something I ever envisioned I'd be saying in this season, but he's now one away from getting his, yeah, absolutely deserves it as well. Boys playing for those targets at the minute. So I've lost target and Forsby and suspensions, which is okay, I suppose. Can deal with that because I think Pellegrini is nearly fit enough to come back in. Olise playing well, which is what I want to see. For those that don't remember, I picked up Olise incredibly cheaply and left him there to have a season and hopefully perform. He'll be coming back into the fold next season as well, which gives me another option in those attacking roles. Ben Johnson's not looking like the one, is he? I think it's Leicester in the Carabao Cup final first to see if we can actually win some silverware, which would be nice. Brentford trying somewhat of a comeback in the league. Now they've sacked Frank at that new manager bounce. That's so famous. I don't think they've appointed anyone yet, so it'd be whoever's interim. Yeah, Nakamba's just the wrong side of 28. He's someone in the summer who'll be shipped on, I think. Shame for the guy, but no, I don't really want to do that. Thank you. Interesting that the training's working on penalties before the final. I leave my assistant coach, to be in charge of training, but he's obviously got his head screwed on though. Yeah, he should be in Turkish squad. He's killing it. One of Turkey's best players, I imagine. Yeah, Leicester are no mugs this season, as you've just seen. They're right up in the Champions League hunt as well, so it's going to be a tricky game. That's not a top six I imagine you think you'd see with United, Arsenal and Chelsea all out of the top 8, but this is the nature of this freak season that we're having. It's just Liverpool that, yeah, I agree. I'm sure he just told me. Important to the match, interesting. Oh. That didn't go well, did it? That didn't go well. You know, I thought, tell the lads, it's an important game. We'll see. I'm sure if I win this, I've got some kind of claim to some European spot. I'm not sure if it's the FA Cup these days though. But I would love to play in Europe next season. That is something I would daily enjoy. I'm not suggesting it has to be the CL because I know I'm ridiculously overperforming at the minute, but I would love to get even Europa Conference place. I'm a huge fan of European football. I love the competitions. Yeah, so for me, there's no need to change that. Obviously, Martin has players in the cup, but I don't see any point in making changes there. I'm just going to go with it and hope for a positive result. Right, let's go. I know that Target and Forsby are banned for the next game anyway, so no problem with them doing the 90 here. Mind you, the next game's another cup game, so picked a good time to pick up suspension just before 2 cup games, because basically it guarantees them to start both. They've got the fitness for it. Tense opening 25. Oof, not much going on here. Here we go, Buendia. Konza over the bar, but Konza thinks he was pushed. Konza wants a penalty. Konza gets a penalty. Big chance. Marcus Edwards again. Vitinha slots it in. Oh, the boy's on fire. That's his second penalty goal of the season. He doesn't seem to take them all. Martinez collects well. Konza. Cash. Buendia. Forsby. Buendia down the right. Cash. Oh, Branganga smashes the ball against the bar, I believe that was. He nearly popped up with a cup final goal for us. It's been a nervy first half with a penalty deciding it, but I'm happy that it's gone my way so far. Go on now, finish the job. Why is Emmy demotivated? Do you not like trophies, Emmy? I think he's just sad because he's not playing the football, which is very warranted. Watkins on the left. Come on, defend, lads. That's it. Buendia, where's your outlet? Casual stuff. Buendia tries a clip ball, doesn't work. Anganga's not having his finest. Leicester seeking momentum here to get back into it. Oh, Madison's had Martinez on toast. Beats him to the ball, quite plain and simply. For the equaliser, we are still going to go with that change. Come on, Villa. Press. No. One too many stray passes today for you, my friend. With Watkins, oh, that was a big chance. That was a big chance. I've rolled my dice. Target. Vitinha! 2-1. Tense. Is Vitinha going to be the cup final hero? Oh, the man's done it. Probably a good time as well. I don't know if you can see, but the man on the back of the shirt. Let me know in the comments if you saw. But that man has been so integral to our success over the past 12 months. I remember being a January signing last season. And we've won the Carabao Cup in the second season. Absolutely incredible scenes. And, you know, we've deserved it. Absolutely deserved it the way we've played this season. Smashed it. Smashed most teams. We beat City twice. 3 times if you count a penalty win. Beat Liverpool. Still got Liverpool to play again, but that's just something that you gotta savour. And this man again doing the damage. Absolutely flying at the minute. I would not be shocked already. We see look at this already. Southampton and Leicester are laughing, but I can see this man coming in for a big bid, and he's got a 65 mil release clause. Can I get him out of that? Because otherwise I've lost him for 65 mil in the summer. I can't afford it. He's certainly going to be. Let's just try and interact with the board, because the man. they're having a laugh. Vitinha is certainly going to be gone in the summer for 65 million, which would be profit, don't get me wrong, but I just can't see a way that he stays. Not without me doubling his wage, which is obviously, he probably justifies that. If Ings is on 100, he justifies 110 for me. But just enjoy the moments while he's here, I suppose. That's the key. How are we going to do against City? Are we going to get cup hangover, or a City fan going to get a bit of revenge? Because we've been kryptonite for City so far this season, beating them twice in the league, and we've beaten them on penalties in the Carabao on the way to the final. I'm sure they will be bang up for this game, but we have the form and we have the momentum going into it. When did Martinez get flu? I was just playing with flu. My God, I might have done. Oops. Caleb doing alright. Okay. Anyway, finances aren't looking great, but... Oh, and one thing to mention, we have qualified for the Conference League with that cup win. So we will confirm to have European football at Villa Park next season. Yeah. Boys, this month been different gravy. Interesting to see that, but I did... Klopp is just winning every game at the minute. I can't get near him. But yeah, this is just superb to see, because it was not always this green. A plus is just, yeah, delighted with Vitinha, delighted with the quarter final, delighted with what I'm doing. Not happy with a 0-0 with Bournemouth, me neither. I'm not happy in my loan and deals, but see, it's interesting. The board, the only thing they're not happy really with is my transfer business. But my transfer business on pitch seems to be justified. But that's how the game is. Sometimes it's like an algorithm, isn't it? How it determines success. I'm gonna have to make some changes. Not many though. I hope Buendia can swap out. We'll go with this. We'll rest Cash completely. Got to bring Ings in, and we'll just go with that. Again though, Martinez does start because it's the cup. So Mings and Bailey will come in and just rest that right side. Yeah, and just give it your all, lads. Give it your all. In a big game for the club. Haaland, we obviously signed Haaland and Osimhen. So they've spent huge in the attacking department. I don't know if Osimhen's playing. Grealish against his old club, tucks it away. Advantage City. Yeah, they've certainly spent big in the attacking department. Target, Vitinha, Ganga, Edwards, Target. Oh, unlucky. Martinez is not having the best few games here. Pedro Porro chips him for 2-0 City. This does look like where the good run so far against City is ending, but I've just won a Carabao Cup. I can't be too critical of the players. This could end up any scoreline though, the way it started. Which we've not had a game like that for a long time this season. Martinez just doesn't look at the races, and City have capitalised. Go on Bailey, pull one back. Bit of magic. Bit of magic. Well played, Leon Bailey. Great finish. This is what I mean. I've got a lot of players that when asked, they are coming in doing a job for me. Haaland won the free kick though. Martinez drops it. Grealish taps in. Whether or not he's offside is a different question. Yeah, they're given that. I can't really. Again, the amount of decisions I've had go my way, I can't moan too much. But Grealish is having a stormer against his old club. The revenge of Jack this game so far. Porro's in again. I'm not one for subbing goalkeepers, but Martinez here. Everything's going through him. 3-0 to 2. 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 3-0 to Come on, son. Oh, no, I can't. I can't. I'm dangerously close to ringing on Onana. That'd probably signal the end of his Villa career as well. Which is a shame because he's done alright for me, but I can't keep him on the bench next season, surely. Oh, don't destroy us. Grealish, a chance for hat-trick. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Emmy. It's just not going well today, is it, mate? It's just not going well today, son. That's okay. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed you into starting 2 games off the back of nowhere. Maybe that's on me, but hopefully we can pull a few back and, get a bit of pride back. But again, overall, I'm not too annoyed. Again, this is Manchester City. Coutinho, unless he's offsides, brought another back for us. This is the thing, we're competitive at that end of the field. If we'd not had a complete capitulation, we would still be bang competing for this, but can we get some kind of absolutely insane 5-5 scenario? Is the challenge to the players. Laporte, Ake, Rodrigo, Haaland. Porro's in for his hat-trick, plays an Osherman, 6-2. Yeah, they thoroughly just come back at me this game. I don't deserve to be 6-2 down. That's a lot of that is because Martinez, God bless him, couldn't catch a cold in this game, but they've certainly had the better of the stuff and deservedly are leading. I can't really complain too much. Put Cunha out on the left. There's no point in making any central changes at this point. Haaland's in for his hat-trick. Yeah, this is not our finest hour after the momentum we'd built and the effort and Carabao Cup. Kavici, it's over the bar for 7-3. Yeah, it's just one of them. You just want full time, really. Protect your players a bit. We've had chances, but again, look at the XG. We're 7-2 down with an XG of about 28 or something. Difference in 0.28. That's just the way football goes sometimes. It's obviously not played on a statistical way. Cunha couldn't put another in, unfortunately. But yeah, just fair play to City in this game. They took the chances well, and they've got a bit of revenge for our dominance over them this season. Just hoping now that we can not concede any further goals because it's going to get embarrassing. Mings ends it clear. Ake, Sterling, Foden, Ake. Come on. You just want the whistle, don't you, really? Porro in for again for his hat-trick, but couldn't find the net. No, sorry. Haaland doesn't have a hat-trick. Grealish, Porro and Haaland all have 2. Which says what it needs to. Foden. Oh, Onana. Just. Again, Onana's coming in and having a 7 despite conceding twice. Which shows the difference in quality I've got between my keepers at the minute. Back here. Oh, it's just spraying it around at the minute. Kavici. Coutinho. Bags another back. 7-3. Keeping his goal scoring exploits up. Thought I'd made more subs than 2. Just. No, that's no point. There's no point. I'm not going to throw somebody into this nightmare for no reason. Kavici nearly bagged another back for 7-4. But yeah, look at that. Technically, on XG, we should have won that game. We've lost it 7-3. So, I've no real complaints. I mean, they're all unhappy. But I've got to be honest, looking at the stats, it's the right thing to say. But we'll see if anything comes from that. Hopefully not, but I know sometimes it can be a bit picky. We'll play the Newcastle game, and then we might leave. Yeah, we'll play Newcastle, and then we'll come back for Wolves Everton and make a start on April. That's how I'm gonna play it, I think. So yeah, back to Premier League football. We've had our cup exploits for the season now. Cash on the improve again. Well, that certainly for me is good night, God bless Emi Martinez, which is a shame. He's not played that bad. That looks atrocious, but still he's hitting a 7. And this season when he's played, he's not been that bad, but that game was... Yeah, well, I'm not surprised you're injured. But no, I would certainly look to cashing in on him in the summer. Why are you unhappy? Why are you not playing him, Mick? Come on, Mick. Play him or lose your job. Yeah, not a chance. I don't care. Tapia and Emmy. You can... Mings seem to understand, so you boys can leave as far as I'm concerned if you're going to be like that. Yeah. He's another one that I think will be sold in the summer. The gamble's not landed so far. So how's he doing in Japan? Is he actually playing now? No. Still not playing. How's Wes getting on? Okay. Yeah. I've got a lot of decks to clear in the summer, I think. Right, let's get these lot sorted. Pellegrini's come back in. Konza can have a rest. I'm annoyed, but I'm going to play Tapia. If you have a bad game now, I think it's a perfect opportunity for Diaz to start. And I want to give Jacob Ramsey a start. And I'm going to play John McGinn in an attacking role. In fact, no, I'm not going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Guaita on the bench. Get this guy rested. Morgan Sanson. And Callum Chambers for Konza. We'll go with that. Against Newcastle, we've got Palacios, Sergio Roberto, Gabriel Barbosa, Otavio. Big money signings. Right, come on, lads. Let's forget that cup game. Let's get back to form in league. It's a strong enough squad I've got out. It's away at St James's, which is never easy, but Pellegrini, Markout, Diaz, McGinn, Tapia, Cash, Buendia, Edwards, Ramsey, Insigne. Diaz is having a good game. He looks like he's grasping his chance in Forsby's absence through suspension, which is good. It's good to see. Newcastle look like they're having a good game though. Callum Wilson still leading the line for him. Dispossessed there by Ramsey though. Oh, Ramsey. Well played to get it back, but we don't want that. So Pellegrini. Again. Coutinho, unfortunately. Can't find anyone there. Oh, Wilson's in. Oh, Nana saves well. Yeah, Newcastle playing well. They're up for this. Otavio crosses in. Still got, my God, Isaac Hayden's still playing. Buendia. Tapia. Will they give that offside though? He may hate me guts, but he's being a professional. They've given it as well. He may hate me guts, but he's playing like a professional. I'll give him that much. He'll probably come out soon and say I was happy with the minutes he's getting now, because he has got more minutes recently. I don't know what that whole play him or lose your job spiel was about, because I'm not starting Danny Ings over one of the most informed strikers in European football at the minute, but okay. Diaz, Tapia, Diaz, Ramsey, Diaz, again, Vitinha, Marcus Edwards takes his chance well. Good to see. Good to see. 2-0 up. Maybe perhaps a bit unfair against Newcastle, but I'm not complaining one bit. No, they can both play. They can all play. I'm going to give Vitinha, I'm going to give Ings some minutes. Just freshen it up a little bit. McGinn can have the 90. Diaz can have the 90. Just want to rest Cash though. Otavio, Wilson, well defended. Dennis Suarez, another one they've signed. That's another good signing. Diaz has had a very good game by all accounts, as far as I've seen. He's looked lively. He's been everywhere as far as I can tell. Yeah, it's a very good win, that. Rested some players. Again, just keeping the pressure up. Liverpool played before us for a change, so they've retained the 3-point cushion. But we're now 23 points, 24 points from outside European places. So we're having a really good season. There's not that many games left as well. So let's just have a quick, again, the man's quality. Let's just have a quick look what we've got left to expect. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Premier League games still. So we'll probably do something like that. Maybe that, yeah, we'll do that next episode. And we'll do that following, and then we'll just have that to finish. So yeah, let's go with that. So thank you for joining me for this episode. Obviously we've won a cup, which is tremendous, and we were hammered by City in another cup, which is less tremendous. But it's never dull on this save so far. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. Hopefully I'll see you next time.